The Honey Badger, Tom Aspinall, knocked out Sergei Pavlovich, the knockout king, in the first round, and what a performance from Tom Aspinall.
I called it on the money, so you guys better subscribe and like the video. If you guys look at our prediction video, which we made about 4 days ago, I said right straight. We saw it in the Curtis Blades fight where Pavlovich was open to that right straight, and he got finished by a right straight. So obviously with this fight, there was tons of hype because we knew it would end in the first round. At the beginning of the fight, we saw that speed was a huge factor in who was going to end up winning.
Yeah, Tom Aspinall was doing a great job circling around, using feints, and using the leg kick. We were talking about how Sergei Pavlovich is so one-dimensional, only has punches, and how Tom Aspinall throws some kicks, but clearly in this fight, the kicks were part of his game plan, and he was doing a great job circling, feinting, throwing the kick, but then ended up getting cracked early on, and I think he showed that he not only has a great chin, but that he actually has head movement and moves well. I was actually impressed with the fact that once he got cracked, first thing he did, use the head movement and get out of the way. And I just think that Tom Aspinall showed some resilience there by taking the shot and continuing to fight.
Yeah, when Pavlovich stunned him, a lot of people were concerned. We were obviously a little concerned as well, but unlike these other heavyweights, he was able to get out of range because he moves so well. And there was a couple times where he's literally dodging the punches and moving out of the way of punches, which you don't see from heavyweights. And then obviously this finishing sequence, Martin will go into that a little bit.
Yeah, so Tom Aspinall obviously throwing the feints and the leg kicks. Then Tom Aspinall dips, throws a jab to the body. It was kind of like a fake jab. I don't know if it was a fake jab, but ended up kind of hitting him a little bit. Then goes over the top and hits him kind of on the temple. We saw a lot of temple shots today. Hit him on the temple, stunned him, then finished him off with another combo, and then he was out pretty much cold. And it's just so impressive to see that, because Tom Aspinall was even mentioning how Sergei Pavlovich has an 84-inch reach, and the fact that he's able to do that, so impressive, and to beat Sergei Pavlovich in his own game, not even shoot the takedown and show his grappling, just shows how balanced and how all-around Tom Aspinall is.
Not only that, but no one was talking about Aspinall came in on short notice. Pavlovich was ready. He was the backup for Jones Miocic. He was already ready in a training camp. Aspinall got the call 2.5 weeks ago, like, hey, you want to fight Sergei Pavlovich? And he was scared, and he still took it, which is why I'm so glad that he won the heavyweight title, well, the interim title, but he will be promoted to the actual heavyweight champion once John Jones leaves. But I'm just so happy for him. He went through a lot with the knee injury. But if you look at our title of our prediction video for this fight, we said Tom Aspinall is a complete MMA fighter. Sergei Pavlovich is just a boxer. And we're right on the money with that. Tom Aspinall is the next generation of heavyweight. And I'm super excited to see him. You know, the Cyril Gane fight to me, is really interesting. And I'm just super pumped for the guy.
Yeah, Tom Aspinall, that speed is something else. You know, I think that speed almost canceled out the reach disadvantage that he had. To be able to close the distance like that, and again, showing how multidimensional he is. You know, throwing the kick, doing the feints. He was far more active than Sergei Pavlovich. And then taking the hard shots, man. Taking the hard shots. We saw that when Blades got hit with the hard shot, he almost got stunned and stood there. I mean, Tom Aspinall being able to take the hard shot
and get out the way.
And still having the mental capacity to move, weave, and get out of the way. I mean, it just shows how well balanced this guy is. And I'm very excited to see this guy fight in the future. I think, like we mentioned before, he's a next generation heavyweight. We saw the footwork, we saw the feints, we saw the striking, and to beat Sergei Pavlovich, that scary big Russian dude who's known for knocking people out. He even mentioned how he was scared for this fight, and he mentioned how he would have loved to have more time with the fight. And obviously you would, with a guy like that, where one mistake could end your fight, and for him end his dreams to be a heavyweight champion. For him to take that on short notice and come in and beat the guy at his own game, I cannot say how impressive that is. That's just so impressive from him, and I'm super happy for him, and I'm excited to see what he does in the future. Like you mentioned, you know, Cyril Gane could be a tough fight for him, and it would be an interesting fight, but great performance all around from Tom Aspinall.
And not only that, but Tom Aspinall, if you love this fight where you see his striking, go look at his fight against Alexander Volkov where he shows how good of a grappler he is. He's literally all around. I hope this is good for the heavyweight division, because everyone in the heavyweight division is pretty one-dimensional. They're not very athletic. And I wish we had receipts for this because we just started this channel. I was saying, and I believe he was saying too, that Tom Aspinall was the guy who had the best chance of beating John Jones. But all these casuals thought it was Ngannou or Sergei Pavlovich because that's all they see. It's power, but they don't see everything about it. The speed, the grappling, having multiple ways to win. And Tom Aspinall obviously was emotional at the end of the fight because he went through a lot with the knee injury, but he doesn't look like he lost a step at all. He seems to have power. I mean, he put out, like, Pavlovich was eating shots against Tuivasa. Derek Lewis didn't really land much, but Blaze was also eating shots. But Tom Aspinall, the Honey Badger, was able to put him out.
I mean, Tom Aspinall is an MMA fighter. All these other guys, Cyril Gane, he's a striker. Tai Tuivasa, striker. Sergei Pavlovich, striker. Gelton Almeida, grappler. You know, I don't think we would see someone like Gelton Almeida go out there and try and strike with Sergei Pavlovich. Curtis Blades, wrestler. Curtis Blades actually had success against Sergei Pavlovich, but he ended up getting knocked out. He lost the fight at the end of the day. Tom Aspinall was able to take the hard shot and then hit him. I mean, the power that Tom Aspinall has, I mean, he is like a little bit of a chubbier guy. He doesn't look like he has crazy power. But man, that speed and the combination of the speed and power, that he's just so tough in the heavyweight division. I'm very excited to see his future, and I don't know who beats him at this point. I think Cyril Gane, in my opinion, has the best chance to beat him. But
he's just so all around and has multiple ways to beat you. And that's why we were saying on our previous video, he's a next generation heavyweight. We clearly know what's up, so definitely subscribe and like the video. Super happy for Tom Aspinall. Let us know what you guys thought, and we will see you guys next time.